What is the senator?
In our hearts, right there at the red chambers, the former Senate minority Senate group, the most distinguished senator, Darlington India,
Hi guys, good morning, hope you're good. Welcome to my channel. Just to follow up on the development regarding the ritualist who was caught at Seme border, I thought that some of the stories I have done about this particular matter, we left out a very important detail, which is about the person who caught him. In narration of the story is just so interesting, and I just thought that it's just something that I should just let go like that. So just to put it in proper perspective, he narrated his story. I'm just going to read how he did it and then do a little bit of analysis regarding that. He says, on Wednesday afternoon, while discharging my duty at my checkpoints in Izeagu along Seme Road, I saw a bike carrying a young man who was wearing a face cap. His face flashed back in me because I got an information about the man trying to escape, plus his picture that has been going viral on social media. So I tried to stop the bike carrying him, but he refused to stop. So I quickly jumped another bike and followed him immediately, and I caught him at the other immigration checkpoint in front. So I ordered bike man carrying him to turn back. But this time I entered the bike together with him. On our way back to my checkpoint, he stopped the bike and started asking me what he did. I brought out my phone and I showed him his pictures and the crime he committed. He denied that the person in the picture was his brother and not him, that he was coming back from the bank in Abara and he is not a native doctor. After some time, he decided to offer me 10 million naira blood money to let him go. I refused to collect his money. He said that he never committed those crimes, that people set him up because it was his turn to become the Igwe of their community. I refused to let him go. He further added his iPhone 13 Pro Max and Techno Camon 19. He said that his iPhone 13 Pro Max worth $1 million naira and that I should please let him go, but I refused his offer and forced him back to my checkpoint at Baji Seme border, Seme Road. Then I snapped him and those pictures going viral online and sent signal to my command, which is Seme border patrol command. When I confirmed that he was truly the one, I quickly handcuffed him and moved him to our command and head office immediately. Even my colleagues were doubting because nobody recognized him except me. I'm just going to salute this guy because, again, in a situation in our country that is bedeviled with all this poverty, our country that is bedeviled with hyperinflation, anything to make a little money would do. Anything. Who cares whether it's blood money or water money or flesh money? Who cares? As long as it is money, you know. And it's so crazy and unfortunate that he was caught in that manner. Now, get my point. I'm just thinking, really, this guy must be very, very, very smart to be able to apprehend this guy. Very. And you know how that border is. People pass. You do know how many persons that pass that particular road? Do you know how many persons per time? But that guy was able to recognize him. You know, he was wearing face cap. How did he recognize him? How? I mean, that if I wear a face cap now, it will take you a second, third, or fourth look to check if it is me. I mean, especially when you don't know me previously or you haven't seen me before. You have to check again. Maybe not be him. But this guy was able to be spot on, and he was nabbed. Imagine this guy wasn't on duty that day. I think we should give this guy some flowers. Yes, we can run with all of the thinking, it's his job anyway. So, no. There are people who have compromised. I mean, you can imagine what 10 million can do for a young man like that. It's not as if he doesn't have a problem. It's not as if he cannot take it and keep quiet and say, after all, they do it. Should we open up the things that they do on Seme border? Some of these things are done in collaboration with even the officers. Whenever something is coming, they tell the officers, please, at this time, let this vehicle pass. Where are we getting the proliferation of arms? Where are we getting the arms that is in Lagos, that is not accounted for by police or army? Where are those arms coming from? Where do they pass into the country? No, seriously, do we produce AK-47? Do we produce rifles? So where are they coming from? How are they entering into the hands of criminals? How? Beyond the few people who are in government or who are in police who give out their weapons, but these weapons, we know there are even more weapons in the hands of non-state actors than there are actually in the hands of government officials. So what are we talking about? So this guy, there is no reason why he wouldn't have compromised at that time. 10 million, probably give 1 million to 2 million to a few persons, and then he passes his way. But then he rejected it. He rejected it. And I'm just thinking to myself, are you sure that the rejection that happened, it wasn't because he thinks it's a blood money? If he was something else, maybe he would have accepted. But again, that's on the side. But you know what they say about blood monies though? You rarely do anything meaningful with it. There's nobody who has made monies illegitimately and has done something fantastic with it. Even though you could doubt that, but trust me, it always ends up to be futile. Like, it always ends up to be rubbish. In fact, if you made that money during your time and you pass on, the person who inherits it probably just lavishes it. So it really never ends well. And those monies that you make through illegitimate means, especially when human blood is involved, it doesn't go that far. It doesn't go that far. So I just wanted to do this video to basically appreciate the guy in question. I just want to call out his name here. Prince Oji Ugochukwu. Prince Oji Ugochukwu. It happens to be an Igbo man. Well, an Igbo man who would, quote unquote, easily be the one to take over these monies. Is the one that has done this very, very fantastic job. Anyways, I just hope that we can learn a thing or two from this happening. I just hope we can also help build our country. And things like this are not really good. But then you can always point towards the fact that there isn't no job. How can a man who is this, I mean, he has hands, he has legs, he has brains, he's not finding a job? That is his problem. He's doing ritual to make money. Why kill people to make money? I mean, everybody can point towards unemployment, but I don't think there's any young man out there who is within the power, who has strength to work, even if it is carrying blocks, even if it's carrying cement. You do it. You have no reason to be poor. Look, few years ago, for myself, I'm just going to give you something within 1 minute. A few years ago, for myself, I was of this opinion that it's justified to do anything to make money because you're under pressure. But later on, I started saying that if everybody does whatever they want to make money because they're under pressure of poverty, then we probably don't have a country, because we shouldn't be justifying, or we shouldn't be condemning politicians who steal money. Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. But right now, look, if you are a man or a woman and you are young and you do not have monies to do things you want to do, I mean, something to get by on, you are the problem. I'm sorry to say, you are the problem. There are several things to do to make money. Several. I can list. It'll probably be on another video. I can list things you can do that will make you small, at least change, will make you money daily. So there's no excuse for anybody to be involved in ritual, to be involved in armed robbery, to discomfort somebody, and then you want to be an armed robber. You are not going to rob the politicians who have put you in this state. You are not robbing your own brothers and sisters who are within your state, who are within your level. You go to the road and kidnap people, and then put people in poverty, and then tell them to pay ransom. Who are you doing? The fight is against the politicians who are stealing our commonwealth. So when you want to fight, why don't you fight directly with the politicians? Why are you scared of them? But you now go and start, people who are in the same level with you, who are looking for what to eat and feed you, go and start kidnapping them. Come on. Let's be realistic, really. Let's be realistic, and I hope that this meets everybody well. Tell me what you think, though. I'd love to hear from you.